presents Ghosts, Ghostly Tales from Folklore. Read to you by Berlin. Written by Alvin Schwartz, illustrated by Victoria Chess. Do you believe in ghosts? Some people do, and the stories they tell about them are strange and scary and fun. The Haunted House. There was a big old house where nobody lived. Everyone said it was a haunted house.
Let's go inside,
David said to his sister Anne.
We're not supposed to,
she said.
Don't be a scaredy cat,
he said.
It would be fun.
At last, Anne said okay. David and Anne walked through the empty, dusty house.
There's nothing here,
Anne said.
Let's go home. Wait, said David. I want to see. What's behind that door?
David opened the door and walked into the room. Anne waited a few seconds. Then she sneaked in after him.
Boo!
She shouted.
Ah!
David screamed.
It is only me, silly,
Anne said.
I know,
David whispered.
But what is that behind you?
Susie. Mr. Smith sold cats. People came from all over to buy them.
Look at that beautiful cat,
Nan said to her mother.
That is the cat I want.
She pointed to a cat sitting on the cash register.
What is that cat's name?
Nan asked Mr. Smith. Susie, he said.
How much does she cost?
Asked Nan's mother.
Susie is not for sale,
said Mr. Smith. But I want to give her to Nan for her birthday, Nan's mother said.
I cannot sell Susie,
Mr. Smith said. I will give you $50, Nan's mother said.
I could not sell her, even if I wanted to,
Mr. Smith said. Susie purred. Nan reached out to pet her. Her hand went right through the cat.
There's nothing there! Ah!
I should have told you,
said Mr. Smith.
Susie died a year ago, but she comes back to visit now and
then. A little green bottle. Kate was the biggest bully in school. She liked to pick on Joe because he was so small.
Joe, give me your lunch,
Kate would shout. Joe would be so scared he would hand it right over. But one day, Kate said,
Joe, give me your new bicycle.
Joe was so upset he told his teacher. Kate got into a lot of trouble.
I'm going to get you for this,
Kate told Joe. But Kate never got the chance. She suddenly got sick and died. The day after she died, her ghost whispered in Joe's ear,
I am still going to get you.
Kate's ghost began to haunt Joe. It hid in his desk at school and whispered scary things to him. It jumped out at him from behind trees. It made horrible faces at him at night. One day, while Joe was eating, The ghost rode his bicycle back and forth across the table.
Kate, please stop!
Joe begged.
Never!
The ghost screamed. It turned itself into an angry bull.
How did you do that?
Joe asked.
I can do anything I want,
said the ghost. It got bigger and bigger and bigger. Soon it filled the room. That gave Joe an idea.
Kate,
He said.
can you make yourself very small? Of course,
said the ghost. Joe pointed to a little green bottle on the table.
Can you make yourself small enough to jump into this?
He asked.
Of course,
said the ghost, and it jumped into the bottle. Joe grabbed a cork and pushed it into the bottle. Then he threw the bottle into the river. The river carried it to the ocean. The bottle floated away. Kate's ghost has not been heard from since. But if you ever see a little green bottle washed up on the beach, don't open it. The umbrella. One night, George heard people singing in the cemetery. He went inside to listen. "We are singing to the dead," one of the singers told him. "Sometimes people forget about them." The song was so beautiful. George joined in. It was raining, but everybody kept on singing. One of the singers handed George an umbrella. "This will keep your voice nice and dry," she said. They sang a few more songs. Then they stopped and vanished. "Ghost!" George cried out, and he ran. He ran all the way home. When he got home, he still was holding the umbrella the ghost had given him. George used it until the day he died. Then the umbrella vanished. 3 little ghosts. There were 3 little ghosts sitting on posts, eating buttered toast. They had butter on their fists, running down their wrists, butter on their sheets, running down their feet. What slobs! The teeny tiny woman. Once there was a teeny tiny woman who lived all alone in a teeny tiny house. One day she went for a teeny tiny walk, and on that walk she came to a teeny tiny graveyard. And in that graveyard, she saw a teeny tiny grave. And on that grave, she found a set of teeny tiny teeth.
look at those teeth,
said the teeny tiny woman in her teeny tiny voice.
just what I need.
And she popped them right into her teeny tiny mouth. Then she went home and took a teeny tiny nap. Soon she heard a teeny tiny voice calling, she hid her teeny tiny head under her teeny tiny blanket and closed her teeny tiny eyes. But again, the voice called,
Give me back my teeth! I want my teeth!
This scared the teeny tiny woman so much she threw the teeny tiny teeth out her teeny tiny window.
Keep your teeny tiny teeth!
The teeny tiny woman shouted. The teeny tiny voice shouted back,
And you keep your teeny tiny hands off my teeny tiny teeth!
Then the teeny tiny woman heard teeny tiny footsteps run back to the graveyard. Ghost, get lost. If a ghost ever scares you, just say, crisscross, double cross, ghost get lost, and it will go away. The end.
Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Tap the bell to be notified for new video uploads. Thanks for watching and joining me on my reading adventures. See you next time on Book Birdies.